Hello! Thank you so much for clicking on my YouTube video. My name is Courtney, or you can call me Coco. I do videos of fashion, travel, and lifestyle. If you're not new here, if you've been rocking with me in these parties, in this YouTube party, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate every time you watch, every time you like, comment, or whatever. Today's video is, as the title suggests, I'll be talking about some of my favorite trends that's going on in the fashion world right now for fall 2021 into winter 2021/22. So what I love about trends is that things that were once in style always comes back around. It's like a circle. You never really always could tell when, but they always come back around. And then you could pick and choose from what trends you want to try out. Some people go all in and do big investment pieces, things that cost a lot of money, or you can find it on the, the Zara's and Forever 21s of the world and just tiptoe into the trend on a budget. That's what I like to do. So today I'm going to be talking about my favorite 5, because there's a lot going on right now, but there's 5 that's really been standing out to me for this year. So I'm going to talk about them. If I have pieces that are in these trends, I'm going to try it on to the side in a video or a picture, and if not, then I'll pop on screen either some people that I've seen rocking these trends or items from stores that you can shop if you're interested. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. Oh, before I get started, like I always do, shameless plug, I'll show you what I'm wearing. So this is an old wrap style cropped sweater I got from ASOS either 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm just wearing some high-waisted mom jeans. I'm not even going to bother show you the whole jeans. I'll link to the video that I did, like a try-on haul when I showed you these jeans from ASOS. They're not my favorite pair, so that's why I'm like, I'm not even going to recommend them. I could have done without them. But if you're interested in them, they'll be in that video. And and my jewelry is of course from my jewelry brand Coco Made With Love at CocoMadeWithLove.com. So I make gold filled jewelries for people with sensitive skin. Most of this stuff is gold filled. I have a few solid 14 karat gold rings like this one here. So if you love a forever piece that you can keep for a lifetime and hand it down to your loved ones like I do, I have several rings you could do that with, and these are gold filled. So this was just added to my shop like a few days ago, maybe 5 or less. So these are just chunky but lightweight hoops. These are 18 karat gold filled. They have a little stud. Put them in. They're almost full circle, but there's a little opening here. They're chunky, which is very on trend right now. That's not part of this video, but if we're talking about jewelry trends, chunky hoops are definitely on trend right now. You're seeing a lot of the girls who love jewelry rocking these. So I definitely had to add them to my shop. And like I said, they're lightweight, so you could get into the trend without compromising the weight of your ear. And this gold filled necklace is like a pendant of a woman's body. And I just love this necklace. I love to just throw it on. It adds like a little character without, being too bold, because some people don't like really bold jewelry. So this is for the bold and the minimalists alike. So that is it for what I'm wearing. Good old puff from the beauty supply store. Now that we got through what I am wearing. Oh, and my lip is, so it's the Lip Bar Savage, maybe? I'll link the color. If it's not Savage, I'll type in somewhere what the color is, but it's the Lip Bar. You can buy this at Target and Walmart. Loved it. I love their formula. It's the liquid lipstick. Okay, now on to my 5 favorite trends for this year. So I have it written down. This is my good old trusty planner. So you can see this paper sticking out. I write everything in my planner, even notes of things to remember. So there's some trends I've been keeping tabs on. So I just jotted them down, so I'm going to share them with you. The first trend that I've been loving, and it's not really new. It's been hot for a while. I want to say the last 2 falls, but it's even hotter this year, is the 70s. But this year we're diving deeper into the 70s, baby. Like all the way. So I'll show you on the screen what I mean. In the last few years, 70s style prints, like those bold, colorful, or earth tone prints have been really popular, but this year they dove all the way in. They brought back the jeans with the colors and the patterns. They made even more bolder prints, more 70s silhouettes. So like the Jeans have more of a bell bottom. Like, they just dove really deep into the 70s, and I'm here for it. Also, like the accessories, like the big square sunglasses, all of that is hot. All of it is inspired by 70s fashion. So like I said, fashion always comes back around, which I love. So yeah, here I'm going to show you, you know who's been having a lot of great 70s inspired pieces lately? Zara. Not going to lie, every month without fail they have some beautiful 70s inspired pieces. So I'm going to pop some up on the screen. If you're interested in them, I will also link them in the description box below so you can check them out. And I will also link some others from other places like ASOS, etc. I'm going to scour the internet. I'm going to do the work for you and then show you some of my favorites. So that's the first trend that I've been really digging. That's what they used to say in the 70s, right? I've been digging lately is 70s inspired things. I do have a top that is like semi-70s print. I've worn it a few times. You would have seen it here on YouTube and on my Instagram several times. It's a crop top I got from Zara sale last year, so I'll link some other tops that are similar. So yes, that's the first one. Let me just reference back to my notes. The next trend that I've been loving lately are platforms, which I guess is kind of like trend 1.2 because it's still kind of 70s inspired, but this one is mainly about shoes. So platforms, they're back. Thank you. My feet are thanking the fashion trendsetters. So by platforms, it's not just, so obviously like the sandal platforms that's been hot the last at least 2 summers, from like Tom Ford, from, I know Souk and Sepia has a version. Who else? There's been a lot of famous like high-end brands and low-end brands that have been doing like the 70s inspired, very chunky platform, thick-heeled sandals. But also now that it's fall and winter's going to be here in a minute, that trend is still carrying over into this season. So you'll see that in things like really thick soled loafers. I do have a pair that I got from the Zara sale last year. I haven't even worn it yet, but I think we're going to break them out this year. They're just a little heavy because the sole is so thick, but that's definitely popular now. So I'm going to put over some pictures and or videos of what I mean by the thick sole, chunky sole and heeled shoes, platform shoes for this season. Let's see, so we have the sandals, we have loafers. I even sometimes see, I want to say sneakers with a bit of a platform, but I don't see that as much. What else? I'll just pop up pictures because I'm blanking right now. Oh, you know what else has thick sole and has thick sole chunky shoes? They've been hot for the last 2 winters as well. Thick soled boots, like those rubber tire looking boots. Bottega Veneta really like brought them into the scene again, and then the dupes exploded everywhere. H&M had dupes, Zara had dupes, ASOS had dupes, everybody had dupes of the Bottega Veneta. So those chunky, what would I call it? I guess platform or chunky soled boots. Those are definitely going to be in trend again this year. So if you either invested or found a dupe last year and you loved it last year, girl and guys, bring them back out this year. They're still going to be hot. So that was trend number 2 that I'm loving, the chunky platform shoes. The third one, I like to call this, oh, and for the third one, it's another era timepiece one, but the 90s are back. I don't know if anybody told you, but the 90s are back. So what do I mean by the 90s are back? So think of, okay, so we've been wearing like mom jeans and boyfriend jeans. So we've been wearing, you know, we've been steering away from the skinny jeans lately. But remember in the 90s, the really big wide leg pants, not wide leg like the cutesy ones we've been doing, but like really straight, really wide leg pants? They're back. They are back. They are on trend. Everybody's wearing it. Think of like Aaliyah back in the day. Think of Janet Jackson. You know the vibe. It's back. So get yourself a pair of extra wide leg pants. If you had some from back in the day and you are still that size, or somebody in your family was, go dust them out from the attic or basement or storage. They're back in style. Or, you know, honestly, head to like thrift stores They have all types of jeans. You can even maybe look in the men's section for those, like the husky straight wide pants. Belt that sucker up. There you go. You're on trend. People have been wearing that. I love that look with heels. I do have a pair that has like an asymmetrical waistband. Love them. I don't wear them too often just because I can't really wear them to work. But on the weekends, I love to throw them on with pointy toe heels. I think they look so good that way. So I'll pop up a picture and or video of me wearing them that way. And yeah, I just love them. They're just so chic looking. And I find that they look much better paired with a fitted top. So like this sweater that I'm wearing, because it's fitted here, it's not baggy. That will go very well with that style of jeans. Another thing from the 90s that's back. I'm not sure if I really want it to be back, but I don't make the fashion rules. Are low waist jeans and skirts. But if we're speaking about fall, low waist jeans. So you remember back in the day, late 90s into 2000s, how they had the low waist jeans so low that they would get those like butterfly thongs. You could see their thongs through it, or like the girls with the little tushes. It's just like right above the crack. That's where the pants would start. I hated that. I hated low-rise pants, no matter what. Even when it said mid-rise, as soon as I put them on and start walking, crack was showing. So I'm not here for that trend. But again, that's what's so great about trends. You could pick and choose what you want to participate in. I'll put up a picture so you can see what I'm talking about. But if you were one of those girls who loved the low-rise moment, it's your time again. If you're a very slim girl, so you don't have too much, butter hips, and you can get away with that look, it's your time. It's your time. Because I know high waist isn't for everyone. It's for me, but it isn't for everyone, especially if you have a very short torso. So that was trend number 3. The 90s are back. The baggier, the better. Break them out. And low rise if that's your thing. So let's see. Again, just looking at my notes here. This next trend, I like to call it Western swag has entered the chat. So what I mean by Western swag, as the title suggests, like Westerns, like cowboy boots, or boots that have a silhouette that reminds you of cowboy boots, so it doesn't have to be the full-on thing. Those jackets that have like fringe and it's very cowboy, cowgirl inspired. I find those are slowly creeping back in. I want to say maybe like 3 years ago it was pretty big. I feel like 3 years ago people were all into the Western swag. It kind of died down a little bit, but here and there I'm starting to see them pop back up again. So if that's your thing, or if you invest in some pieces back then and you still have them, dust them off. It's time to wear them again. How do I feel about this trend? I'm on the fence. Like, I like it on other people. Like, who, it's not even a trend for her. This is like part of her style. Like Karen Britchick. She looks great in all her Western inspired things, all her cowboy boots. She even gets some of them custom cut and stuff. It looked great on other people, but I feel like for me, I kind of feel like it looks costumey. Maybe it's just how I'm wearing it. I do have a pair of boots that I got from Zara last year or the year before. It's not a Western boot, but it has elements that is reminiscent of it. Let me go grab the boot and show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Alrighty. So you see these boots. You would have seen this in a YouTube video, like a Zara haul or a fall shoe haul from last year. So what I mean by reminiscent of cowboy boots, as you can see, obviously the shape, how the heel kind of curves like this, that's definitely a cowboy boot inspired silhouette. It also has a pointy toe. Cowboy boots are not always pointy toe. A lot of them are, not always square toed. A lot of them are pointy toe with like that metal piece. But just the overall shape of the shoe, it's definitely like a classic booty, but with a Western cowgirl swag to it. So this is what I mean by the Western is back. So even if it's not a full-on cowboy boot, maybe some shoes that have some elements of cowboyism. It's definitely something cute to get your hands on. And again, you can find these at places that often have things that are on trend, so you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. And I love these boots. I'm definitely going to be wearing them more this year. So what was that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the 5th trend that I'm really loving lately, or I've been noticing a lot lately, and I kind of like it, I like to call this Pass the Puffers Please. Don't ask me why I'm giving it these titles, but I call it Pass the Puffers Please because puffer stuff are back. I mean, they never really were out per se, because if you live in like the Northeast or anywhere where it gets cold, puffer jackets and coats and vests, obviously they are a staple every year. But I feel like a lot of the fashion places, the fashion houses, and then the stores that take from the trends from all these designers, they're definitely doing a lot more pieces that have puffer designs to it to wear as the outfit. So not just a puffer coat for warmth, but like the puffer is the fashionable statement item. So what I mean are, I noticed in H&M and in Zara, but mainly in H&M, they have like those puffer, I don't know what you would call it, maybe like a bib, because it has a zipper to zip up almost like you're opening a jacket, but it only goes like vest sleeved, and then it's just open here, so you just kind of throw it over your head, and you can use it like a layering piece maybe underneath your jackets to stay warm. You can use it as an outer piece just to have that cool look, like, ooh, it's not a jacket but kind of is, you know. A lot of more puffer vests are on style, and if you are the type of person to invest in outerwear, like a statement piece because you wear it every day, so you want to make a statement other than just keeping you warm, I feel like they've come out with a lot of cute silhouettes for puffer things now. Ones you could tie around the waist, and it kind of like, you know, gives a nice hourglass shape. We have vests, we have jackets. I'll pop up some on the screen. I do not have any puffer. Do I? No, I don't have any puffer things now, but if I see some, the price is right and the color and the style is right and it fits into my wardrobe, I think I would definitely pick them up. Seeing that it's cold here for so long, I feel like that is a good trend to jump on, and it's cute and it's comfortable. If nothing else from last year, what we take away is comfort. In our fashion, we love to feel comfortable while still looking cute, so I think the puffer style is great for that. And if you still have a lot of loungewear things from last year, because a lot of people's buying loungewear, this would be a cute like outer piece or layering piece to complement those loungewear pieces, because it has that same cozy casual feel. So that was a mouthful, but those are my 5 top trends that I've been seeing lately and that I've been loving. So again, I'm just going to go over really quickly. We are diving even deeper into the 70s. We are loving the platform and thick-soled shoes. And my feet are happy about that because I don't like those skinny heels. I mean, they're cute, but they're not comfortable. The 90s are back. Pass the Puffer Please. And Western Swag has entered the chat again. So those are my top 5 trends that I'm loving. Let me know in the comments which one of these trends you either participate in now, or you want to start dipping your toe in and having some fun with, and which ones you're like, you know what, I could sit this one out. It's not really my vibe. Let me know. I'd love to hear your input, and I would love to hear what other, because there's a lot of other trends going on. I would love to hear your input on what other trends are out right now that you are loving, and if you want me to do like a part 2 where I tell you some other trends that's out right now for fall that you'll be seeing everywhere, let me know, and I will gladly compile another list and show you what's hot right now and where you can find it. So again, everything I mentioned, you can find some samples in the description box. And don't forget to hit the thrift store, because a lot of this stuff is recycled fashion looks, so you might as well get some recycled fashion. And that is all. Thank you for watching my video. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do. I'm at Coco with Love 1, the number 1 at the end. My jewelry shop, CocoMadeWithLove.com. I have a blog that I've been neglecting a little bit, but it's there if you want to dive into some things that I've shared in the past. Or just see what I have going on there. It's Coco with Love. CocoWithLove.com. And that's it. If you're in the New York City area, I'm also a photographer, so we could just get some street style shots of you. I think that's all the plugs I have. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next Friday in my next YouTube video. And if you have any suggestions for videos you want to see from me, you can leave that in the comments as well. Have a good one. Bye.